All right. Best way to start is to just start it. So, I promised a video basically saying that I would show you everything that I know about how to get Smash Brothers on your computer. Smash Brothers Melee, not the other one. So I thought the best way to just do it would be just to do it now. You know, I've been promising it for weeks, and now I'm in a house by myself. Me, 4 dogs, and my abuela. So, let's just get this started. I honestly do not remember how to get everything all at once, but I think that the best way for me to do it is just to delete everything that I have, and then from there we can just go ahead and get it all back, as it were. Bang. Delete. Starting afresh. Gonna open up my internet browser. Alright, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get an emulator, which is essentially like a computer's way of playing a old video game system. So essentially, if you want to play PlayStation 1, there's an emulator for that. If you want to play N64, there's an emulator for that. If you want to play Sega Genesis, there's an emulator for that. And there's one for GameCube too. So, GameCube emulator. GameCube is the game system that it is on. So look at that, Dolphin emulator. We can do that. Blah, 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 blah. Yeehaw. Download Dolphin for Windows, Mac, and Linux. That's me. Oh, I'm sorry, these are beta versions. Beta meaning basically people are making constant changes. We don't really want that. We want versions that are stable. There we go. A stable version. Dolphin 5.0. Let's go ahead and get that. Bloop. Windows 64. We'll go ahead and throw that in my downloads. Bloop. Now, just to keep everything nice and simple, I'm going to go ahead and make a file. Brand new file folder. And we'll just call that Melee. Boop. So we're gonna throw the show in folder. Boom. Let it make changes. English, yes please. Agree. Base runtime visual CCC. Okay. Can't hurt. I don't know what these things are. Dolphin, C programs file, yes. So we'll install it in our proper location, and then it'll probably give us the option to open the app, and we're gonna put a shortcut in my games folder. I drove my ass from Tampa to St. Augustine and back in one night for a concert. By the way, I curse children, yes. It's a special power that adults have, which is called knowing when and when it is not appropriate to curse. Believe it or not, we do it too. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and just open up Dolphin. Oh, look at that. There it is. Oh my goodness. Dolphin could not find any GameCube games. Well, that's fine, because right now all we're going to be doing is making a shortcut. Oh, I might have to go actually to its location. I'll just go up here and search for Dolphin. Dolphin. There you go. Bring me to your location. Open file location. Hey. There you are. There's a shortcut. Public user directory. We're going to cut that shortcut. So Control X, or you can right click and go cut. Bloop. 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 Oop, I opened that twice. Oh, and it just made one on my laptop. I feel like an idiot now. Alright, well now you know the long way to do that. Take Dolphin, slap it in there. Boom, bad boy. Melee's got one folder in it. There we go. We've got part of the equation done. So now we have our emulator. Now we have to get the games. So each emulator has its own special file. Dolphin or GameCube files run off of ISOs. So I want to go find a Melee ISO. Download Super Smash Bros. Melee for GameCube. Oh my goodness. Boom. At this point, I must tell you that Nintendo absolutely still wants you to buy an individual copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee. That could run you about $60 to $80 nowadays. Now, we have a version right here that's online that somebody graciously created and uploaded to the internet. Downloading a copy of a game that is not yours is illegal. And you should never, ever, 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 ever do it. So we're going to go ahead and do it. 923 megabytes, that's not that big. I say it's not that big. That's almost a gig, but that's fine. So there we go. Blah 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 blah. Super Smash Bros. Melee USA, English, Japan, 7-zip file. So basically, it's a big file and it's downloading. So basically, it is downloading a compressed file. It is squeezed all together. So once this is done downloading, we are going to go ahead and we are going to uncompress it so that the computer can read all the bits evenly. Who's a dog? Are you a dog? Is this dog a dog? Come here, Poppy. You too. Come here. Come here, Poppy. Come here. We all know you get jealous. I'll pick you up. I wouldn't let that slide if I were you. All right, we're back. And so now it's fully downloaded, and we're gonna try something that, as 6th and 7th grade students, you guys have never done before. It's crazy. We're gonna read some directions. Dolphin could not find any games in the Windows Wii ISOs or WADs. Double click here to set a games directory. Double clicking there. Oh my goodness, a screen. Let's go ahead and go back to my desktop where I put my Melee folder. Double click on there, and this is gonna be my directory. It's gonna be where I direct it to look for games. Directory. Boom. Oh my goodness, still couldn't find any games. Yeah, that's because we didn't put the ISO in there. Dum-dum. Slap that down. Going ahead and, oh, look at that. My Windows is filling up with all of my recordings. Ha ha ha. Bringing up the, don't need local disk, don't need that. Bringing it up, bringing it to downloads, because I just downloaded it. There is the file, 7-zip. Going to right click. So, if you don't have a computer that will unzip files for you, there is a site called 7-zip where you can get a program called 7-zip that will just extract files and unzip them from their compressed status. So we're gonna extract files. We're going to tell it where to go. We're gonna go to my desktop. We're gonna go in the Melee folder, and then we're gonna extract it there, and then we're gonna say, okay, boop, 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 extracting. There it goes. Look at it go. There we go. All right, so now we have it in there. So let's go ahead, double click, desktop, Melee, select that folder, refresh. Uh-oh. Oh, my bad. All right, so there is the file. So we have to take it and put it in the actual folder. So let's go ahead and cut, Control X, you know, or right click and cut. I'm only gonna do it one more time because I'm gonna just start saying cut and paste. You guys know what that is, right? Melee folder, paste. There we go. Now it's in the proper space. Now all this has is this text file, which tells me all about blah 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 blah. All the things about how it was made. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We're gonna go ahead and delete this now that we've extracted the important part, which is the ISO. Boop. Now what I have in my folder is the emulator and the ISO. Now I can go back here, refresh, bam, game. There it is. Double click, bam, bringing it up. Normally, the situation is that you can play the game. Yes, I'll stop the current emulation. Thank you very much. Configuration. This is basically saying lots of things. The stuff that really does matter, though, is the controllers. So basically, this is talking about how you are going to play the game. Basically, you have... You're not going to play with a steering wheel or a dance mat or bongos or a Game Boy Advanced. What you're likely going to play with is either a GameCube adapter for Wii U or a standard controller, which is you can buy one on Amazon and plug it in. Hi to Leo. If you just want to get started and go straight freaking ahead, you can just go ahead and say, standard controller, yeah, and then you configure it. Boom. Then you can say, oh, what am I gonna do? What button am I gonna press when I go left? Well, oh, I want to go left when I press. It just froze. Am I missing something? Oh, there we go. The device for the input. Okay, here we go. Device input, keyboard and mouse. All right, when I want to go left, I'm going to press A. When I want to go down, I'm going to press S. When I want to go right, I'm going to press D. When I want to up, I'm going to press W. And I can do this for all the different buttons. So now I can look at this and be like, haha, wow, I hope that I never lose this. Well, you won't, because I'm going to do demo, spelled correctly. I'm going to save it. And then every time that I drop down this menu, it's going to say, oh, there's demo. Cool. I can click on demo and then click load, and I'll change that. I'm going to change it back to my thing, though. Boop. Hey, there we go. So, boom. Standard controller. I open it up. Open it up. Hey, there we go, baby. I got all the controls that I need. And then I can just go straight into games. and I didn't know it did this, but it's specifically loaded up for competitive play, which again, if you play in the tournament, you know that these are the only stages that you're allowed to choose for competitive play. I'm gonna go and figure out how to turn this on so that everybody can have a good time and not just the competitive people. I told you that the settings were important. Properties. So AR codes. AR codes are basically like the cheat codes to the game. It makes it so that it loads in a certain way. Right here, you can see that items off is already turned on. Stock game mode is already turned on. 4 stocks is already turned on. Stock match limits at 8 is already turned on. Boot to character select is already turned on. Then if I go to my gecko codes, net play community settings. Basically, this is already setting it up for net play. Back in the day before Slippy, I would use this emulator, and basically you would have to match all your settings up with somebody else and then literally talk to them online in a chat room, and then you could set up your game together. Pain in the butt. There is a easier way to do this now. But again, if you want to just turn off the NetPlay community settings and just turn on unlock all characters and stages, I'm fairly sure that will just do it for us. Close. Boom. Boom. Nope. Huh. Hold up. See, this is why I had to do it live, because if I did not do it live, I would just... That turned itself back on. Maybe I'll turn that off and see. Maybe we'll turn all this off and see. Close. Let's see if I open the properties again, what happens. Yep, okay. Let's see. Loading, loading, loading. Memory card, no save, create data. Boop. Enter. 86, why not? Oh, there we go. Now I got all the stages. Look at that. Now you have all the stages, and I can play on my favorite stage, Mute City. Woohoo. Boom, boom. Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right, there we go. But not enough of that. If you want to use a standard controller, not your keyboard, and an actual controller, you can go ahead to Amazon.com. GameCube controller and GameCube controller USB. Boom. GameCube controller USB. There we are. This will get you there. Then all you have to do is plug it in and pick standard controller, configure it, and then basically lay it out the way that you want to lay it out, save it, and then you're done. I'm gonna start. So 10-year competitive veteran of the game. I think all these controllers are probably booty. You really want a Nintendo-built controller, one that actually says like Nintendo in the center, not like any knockoffs. And so those controllers tend to get a little bit pricey. Original Nintendo controller. I'm typing so slow. GameCube controller, and you'll find them for, there we go, look, 50 bucks. You know, that's if you're gonna go the competitive route. You do not necessarily need that. All right. Moving on, if you do have a controller that you can already use, which sometimes you do, and I know Benjamin won the tournament, so he definitely does, you need to buy this adapter as well. Essentially, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to use an adapter. Bloop. You're going to have to plug it into your actual USB plug-in area, and then finally plug your controller into the adapter.
Do you want six-pack muscles? You want to be a big man? Oh, gosh. Do you want to get all the ladies? Ladies will like you unless you got muscles.
There we go. Turns out I might need some help too. Who'da thunk? Good thing I know how I did it initially. Panthers Ladder. This is the original site where people used to go online and find each other before Sleepy came in at the last second. And then this site basically became a ghost town. So let's go ahead and get set up. Controller setup. There we go. Look at that. More directions. How about it? You're going to go ahead and you're going to click on this link that brings you to the site for Zadig. Oh, it straight up just lets you download it. That's nice. You save it. Zadig. You start it. Boom. Yes. So, download and open Zadig. Go to the options menu and click list all devices. Look at that. I'm learning too. That's not Zadig. Whatever. Options. List all devices. Look at that. There are all my devices. WPO28. That's the one that I need. Reinstall driver. Is he gonna do it? There we go. Installation can take some time. So at this point, all you gotta do, you plugged in your thing. You've got it right here. You take your controllers, you plug it into the correct ports. Make sure you have all of your ports turned to game adapter for Wii U. Alright. Oh no, I'm hatless. Alright, so you just learned how to get it started on your computer, but that was the original Dolphin emulator. I will create another video showing you how to get started with online play if that's what you're interested in.